welcome back. We got some news. Hey, it's been a busy first day in free agency. As you guys know, from we talk about all basketball news from big to small. So we are finna react to it. Give you guys my thoughts. As you guys do know, I am a Knicks fan. So I do got some stuff I do need to say as a Knicks fan, but I'm gonna wait. Let's go and get started. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like and sub button. I appreciate it. Like always, don't forget to like the video. Also, you guys comment down below your thoughts and reactions to these deals. Let's go and get started. Trailblazers signed Ben McLemore. It's going to Portland. Former Laker, former Rocket, former King, former Grizzly, I think. First round pick at Kansas. Hasn't really been a career I don't think he projected, but it's good for him. Signed Portland, gets some shooting. Good for him. Rashawn Holmes, 4 years, up to 55 mil. He did come out his best. He was really good last year. Averaged 14 points per game, 8.3 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks per game. But you already knew after this he was going to get paid. Cement himself as that starting center with the Kings. Really happy for him. He was behind Embiid, in Philly. Went to Sacramento. Absolutely balled out. So really happy for him. Max Struss going back to the Heat. I do remember him. I think he's more of a shooter, but happy for him. Stays in Miami. We'll see how that goes. The Heat also re-signed Dwayne Dedmon, and the Heat did sign Kyle Lowry, but I will get to that. He re-signed Dwayne Dedmon. I did forget he did play for the Heat towards the end. He averaged 7 points to 5.4 rebounds per game in 16 games. Not bad. So backup center to Bam. So that's really cool to see. Kent Bazemore going back to the Lakers. Didn't expect that. Kent Bazemore going back to the Lakers. Agrees to a 1-year deal with the Lakers. I think he did have some bigger roles, some bigger options that the Warriors were interested, but I think he won a big role. And so we'll see. We'll see how it is. But back to the Lakers, Kent Bazemore goes. Then Blake Griffin, all-star Blake Griffin, going back to Brooklyn on a 1-year deal. So him, KD, Kyrie, Harden. And he was really good for him. I do remember that first game in which he dunked. I do remember that first game in which he did dunk. I was like, where was that at? Where is that at? But good for Blake. Really good for Blake. Norman Powell, a potential Knicks option. Re-signs with Portland, 5 years, $90 million. I do like Norman Powell. I'm a big fan of Norman Powell. I didn't think he's going to stay. I thought maybe the Knicks were probably going to look into getting him. But he does resign Portland. Obviously, he likes Portland. Him. Still don't know what's going to happen with Damian Lillard regarding trade and all that. But him, Damian Lillard, and CJ McCollum. Really interesting to see how that's going to work. But he was good with Portland last year. Too bad they did make the playoffs, but they lost. But either way, he will be a big help to that Portland team going on next year. Austin Rivers going back to Denver. And he was really good with Denver. He was pretty good with Denver, especially he was solid with Denver. So really happy with Austin Rivers. Really happy with Austin Rivers going back to Denver. So we'll see how that goes. Solomon Hill going back to the Hawks on a 1-year deal. Cool. Devontae Graham. I thought it was gonna be. I know all season I think it was gonna be him or a scary Terry Rozier going to get traded. But you kind of figure after the Hornets drafted Book Knight from UConn, either Devontae Graham or Terry Rozier was going to get traded. And Devontae Graham did sign a trade. 4 years, $47 million, which is pretty solid. It's not a bad deal for Devontae Graham. He wasn't that great last year compared to previous year, but he is one of the top guards in this free agent class. So it's really good to go to Pelicans, going to replace Lonzo Ball, who did go to Charlotte. Who did go to Chicago. So really happy about that. So good for Pelicans. Devontae Graham, maybe it works out. Hawks and Gorgie Dang. I forgot about Gorgie Dang. Signs with the Hawks on a 1-year deal, $4 million. He has bounced around the league, but I think at one point he was top of the 3-point percentage. So we see how he does with the Hawks. Cody Zeller finally leaves Charlotte. Finally. he wants to win. So he's going to back up Yusuf Nurkic and Portland. Probably going to have a big role. We'll see. And his Cantor, I'm not sure if I think he is a free agent in his Cantor. So we'll see if that happens with him. But Cody Zeller going to Portland. This is going to be a pretty long video, so guys stay with me. Thunder re-signed Mike Muscala. Moves going back to OKC on a 2-year deal, $7 million. Good for him. PJ Tucker, I was actually surprised PJ Tucker did leave. I was surprised he did leave. But he resigns with the Heat. 2 years, $15 million. I think it's a second-year player option year 2. I thought he was going to stay with the Bucks. Yeah, he was pretty shit in the finals, but just his defense and toughness and all that. So he joins that defense. So he joins that Heat team who did get Kyle Lowry, re-signed Jimmy Butler, and got Bam Adebayo. So defense, man. Trey Lyles, 2-year deal with the Pistons. 2-year, approximately $5 million. Not bad. Not bad. It's just some insurance in that power forward spot up there. So we'll see how that goes. Daniel Tyus, 4-year contract worth $36 million with the Rockets. Daniel Tyus, I would have never thought. But he goes to the Rockets. He'd average a career high points per game. So I do like Daniel Tyus. He's a solid defender. You know, helps out Christian Wood just in case Christian Wood gets hurt. A solid big. Not bad, but shout out to man Daniel Tyus. Kings signed Alex Len. They did resign German free agent center Alex Len. He's been around the block. He has been around the block, but King sees some value in him. Probably back over Rashad Holmes. Pacers resigned Corey Joseph 2 years, $10 million. Journeyman Corey Joseph. Batum is going to resign with them on a 2-year deal with the Clippers. Batum was actually good for the Clippers last year. Really surprised. Really surprised. Batum is a solid player too. I think a lot of people know, but Batum is a really solid player. You know, he's kind of like a point forward, you could say too as well, especially in like the younger days. JaVale McGee, Suns finally addressed a backup center situation to get JaVale McGee to help out Ayton. Because you can see, man, when Ayton came out the game in the finals, it was not that great. Good for him. My boy D Rose. Now, first, Knicks business. Knicks did resign Derrick Rose. 3 years, $43 million. I always say this because I don't really like the deal. But, I mean, this deal isn't really expensive in the NBA now. So, big fan of Derrick Rose. How big he was for us last year, especially in the playoffs. Absolutely outstanding. Very happy we brought back Derrick Rose. Shout out to that man. Also, Reggie Bullock going to Dallas. I like Reggie Bullock. A big fan of Reggie Bullock, but that's why Evan Fournier is going to replace Reggie Bullock. Shout out to him, Reggie Bullock. Hopes he balls out in Dallas. Big fan of Reggie Bullock. Mo Harkless going to sign with the Kings on a 2-year, $9 million deal. Defensive minded Mo Harkless. I don't know why. I've always been a fan of Mo Harkless for some reason. I don't know why. Caruso going to the Bulls, 4 years, $37 million. Shout out to man Caruso, man. G League. You know, pretty solid role with the Lakers. Now he's getting his money's worth, getting paid. And I'm not sure. I think because he is going to back up Lonzo and Zach LaVine, so he's going to come off the bench. So he will be playing more. He is likely will going to have a big role as well. So shout out to man Caruso. Now this right here, I was expecting this. 4 years, that could be worth a bunch of $7 million. People forget Evan Fournier is solid. I know he's solid, but he was my choice. I did want DeRozan, big fan of DeMar DeRozan, but then I found out spacing was going to be an issue. Spacing was going to be a big issue. DeRozan can't really shoot the three like that. Fournier gives us at least able to stretch the floor. Didn't forget, I think he brought out against the USA and the Olympics, so I'm just going to have to see. I'm just going to have to see about Evan Fournier, but I'm not really mad about it. Just added extra shooting. Spurs agreed to a 3-year contract with Zach Collins, who was mainly hurt these past 2 years, but Spurs see something here, 3 years, $22 million with Zach Collins. Hopefully, that helps. Lakers resigned Wayne Ellington, Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard. They're basically getting the old gang back, damn near. They're probably going to be the oldest team in the league. Wayne Ellington, Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard going back for his 3rd stint with them. Korkmaz, 3 years, $15 million with Philly. Really just a shooter. That's really it. Shout out to my man Quark Moss. My boy Bobby Portis going back to the Bucks, 2 years, $9 million. Shout out to that man Bobby, man. Big fan of Bobby Portis. You see what he does? He's able to stretch the floor, play tough, defense. Plays tough every night, man. Plays hard every night. Toronto resigns Gary Trent Jr. I know a lot of Knicks fans, they want Gary Trent. I didn't really want Gary Trent, but I wouldn't be mad if they did sign him, but big payday for Gary Trent. 3 years, $54 million. Kind of deserved, man. Ever since that bubble, he's been balling. Ever since he's been balling since that bubble. David Nwamba, 3 years, $15 million with the Rockets. All right, I know that. Congrats to him. Jeff Green going to another team. He's going to Denver, leaving Brooklyn. 2 years, $10 million. The well-traveled Jeff Green. Mavericks adding Sterling Brown. And we saw that man Boban. 7'4" Boban. Ball out, man. Spurs they make some deals. No signing. Doug McDermott. 3-year contract with the Spurs. 3 years, $42 million. Basically shoot the ball. But they come off a career with the Pacers. 13.6 points per game. 3.3 rebounds and 1.3 assists. He's a shooter. Sick. Chris Paul. 4-year deal with the Suns. 4 years, $120 million. Holy crap. Holy crap. For Chris Paul. Jeez. But Chris Paul, MVP discussion last year. What he did with that Suns team. Took him to the finals. My only thing is just the age. But he got the bag, his last bag. But it's just his age and all that. Jeez. Torrey Craig going to the Pacers. But he does get his ring. So shout out to that man. But he went to the Pacers. 2 years, $10 million. Gene Buzz expected to sign max extension with the Heat. That's a lot. But our boy JB, man. Our boy JB. And TJ McConnell. 29 years old. $35 million over 4 seasons. Career high in points per game, assists, rebound in Philly. He's been really good with Indiana compared to Philly. He's been really, very good with the Pacers. Really happy about that. I think he was up there in steals per game too. So how about that? Campaign, 3-year contract with the Suns. Backing up Chris Paul. Shut them in campaign. Went overseas, balled out, came back. Kyle Lowry, probably the biggest news of the year. As for the Heat are going to be a tough team next year. Sign Kyle Lowry, probably the top point guard in this class. Sign trade, and they also re-signed Duncan Robinson. Get their shooter. 5 years, 9 minutes for Duncan Robinson. Shout out to man Duncan Robinson, man. Shout out to him, man. Undrafted. Comes in just banging threes like he's going out of style. But as for Kyle Lowry, man, that's big for the Heat. That's big for the Heat. Big for the Heat. I like that deal. Very like that deal. Mike Conley returned to the Jazz. Jazz, you got to keep anybody you can. They got to go Barrett in the contract. And Mitchell. Re-signed the point guard Mike Conley. He was hurt a bit last year. But you already know the Jazz wanted to re-sign Mike Conley. That's the main thing. Shout out to man Mike Conley. Cavs re-signed Jared Allen. 5-year contract. That's a lot. Now, my only thing is Mitchell Robinson going to command something like that? Hopefully not. But, 5 years, $100 million, basically block shots, dunk the ball. It is going to be interesting to see what Mitch wants. Then Denver resigns JaMychal Green. 2 years, $17 million. Really happy for JaMychal. Yes, sir. My boy JaMychal Green. Shouts to him. Pistons get another big Kelly Olynyk. 3-year deal. He's really good since that trade from the Heat with the Rockets. He was very, very good with the Rockets after that. With the Heat. Knicks re-signed Alec Burks and Nerlens Noel. So to bring him back that same chemistry we had from last year. Not mad at Alec Burks, Nerlens Noel. Burks, just the extra offense. Nerlens Noel back up. Dunk the ball. Oop. Play defense. Nerlens Noel was probably one of the top defenders. Come off the bench last year. Then when he started, you can kind of see his impact. Tim Hardaway agrees to a 4-year contract with Dallas. Staying with Dallas. Staying with his man Luka. And that man number 6 off them. Porzingis. Shout out to that. Will Barton coming back. 2-year deal with Denver. Big right here. Bulls, like I said, Bulls and Lonzo Ball. 4 years, $85 million. I would never think, at first I was kind of bullish on Lonzo. But the season he had last year was very, very good last year, man. Lonzo's good. Lonzo is good. Defensively, yes, and plus his shooting, very, very improved too. Really happy about that. Shout out to him and Lonzo Ball. And besides that, that's really it, man. Still no DeRozan, still no Spencer Dinwiddie, and Dennis Schroeder. Anyway, you guys let me know what you guys think about that. Don't forget to like and sub. I'll see you guys later.